Santa Claus 2 and Tron Legacy have the same plot.
Yeah.
A few days ago, while rewatching the Santa Claus movie, I noticed something during the Santa duplication scene. I'd give a spoiler warning here, but if you haven't seen either Santa Claus or Tron by now, you deserve to have those movies spoiled. Near the beginning of the movie, Santa, aka Scott Calvin, is caught between the responsibilities of two lives. That is, being Santa Claus to the world and a father to his semi-rebellious son. This confliction of time leads Santa to listen to the ridiculous advice of his elf Curtis, creating a duplicate Santa to bear the extra workload.
It's perfect!
For whatever reason, now, out of all of the times I've seen this Christmas movie, I remembered the Clue creation scene in Tron.
You are Clue.
And what is Clue built for? Bearing the workload of the grid that Kevin Flynn, the father character in Tron Legacy, can't deal with. His responsibilities as a father and CEO of Encom take priority, leaving Clue to his own aspirations on the grid. So how are these two movies the same? Clearly, one movie is about the stand-in taking over, creating an army in the absence of the original creator, and trying to take over the world. Now tell me which movie I was talking about. But as I sat there watching and thinking, I realized that so many more similarities exist between these two films. The first is the most obvious. By being away from the responsibilities of the North Pole for too long, his duplicate, which I will now refer to as Santa Clue, takes over. Santa Clue, a toy who thinks in black and white, sees the naughtiness of the world and decides to give coal accordingly. A machine built without a forgiveness or leniency switch.
Aren't you supposed to get back to work? All of you little idiots! Back to work!
And what do we see in Tron? Clue rules the grid after a successful coup against Flynn and destroys the ISOs,
Isomorphic algorithm.
a race of highly intelligent beings that Clue saw as imperfect, wiping them out completely. And why does the copy overthrow the original? Because of a black and white worldview.
I am Clue. You will create the perfect system. I will create the perfect system.
One of the smaller yet equally similar plot points is the children of these father characters. Charlie, Santa's son, rebels against Christmas because he needs attention from his father. By rebelling against Santa, his voice is finally heard, and the two have a much needed discussion that resolves a lot of tension.
Forget about Principal Newman, all right? Forget about Santa. I'm done. My time's up.
In Tron, Sam Flynn rebels against the board of directors leading Encom, Kevin Flynn's private company. This is partly due to his anger against his father's sudden disappearance from his life. However, when Sam finds his father, they have a conversation that releases a lot of tension.
So why didn't you fight?
Clue fed on my resistance. The more I fought, the more powerful it became. It was impressive, really.
As both movies ramp up their story, the North Pole and the grid are both attacked in some way. This leads the characters to fight back against the army in their own ways. The elves have this silly little rebellion, and Tron is a very visually appealing dogfight. Also, a less obvious but very real similarity is the conditions of these father characters' troubles. What I mean by that is Santa is threatened by the timeline of finding a Mrs. Claus. The magic of Christmas is slowly depleting until nothing is left. Only by finding a wife before the deadline can Santa resolve this issue.
The designification process has begun!
And if Santa doesn't defeat Santa Clue fast enough, he might get away to give his suit-covered gifts to the children of the world. In Tron, Kevin, Sam, and Cora are threatened by the time limit imposed by the portal. Upon hearing that the portal will close, Sam pressures the group to get out quickly. Once convinced, the batch of characters race for the exit. If they don't reach the portal first, Clue might escape and destroy the outside world. The only thing hindering both characters from succeeding is an army created by both Clues. Weird similarities, right? Both sons have to face the dangers because of their father's decisions in these fictional lands.
I feel like I just got dunked on.
Charlie fights the toy soldiers, and Sam faces absolutely no danger in any way while upon the grid. Up in the North Pole, a snowball fight occurs against the army of Santa Clue. Sam ends up facing Rinsler in a disc battle. Both fights occur with weapons that fly through the air. I'm just pulling your leg with that last one. That was definitely a stretch. But isn't this weird? Of all the movies to have similar plots, I did not expect these two to have a relationship. But anyway, this video was on the shorter end because it wasn't on the schedule at all. This entire thing was whipped up because of a crazy thought I had. But if you made it this far, thanks for watching it anyways. Have a very Merry Christmas. Please don't knock Santa off a roof, and watch how much time you spend on the grid. God bless, Merry Christmas. Until next time.